Good morning. Well, this has been quite a journey trying to learn how to get live videos for our devotionals. If everything works according to plan, we're finally going to have this thing resolved. But last week's videos, that was to start on Monday, that we kept trying to download all week, Farley helped find out how to make it happen. We worked on it a couple different days, and he knew what he was doing, but he had to train me. Yeah. So today's Monday in our devotionals. He set his face for Jerusalem. When the days drew near for him to be taken up, he set his face to go to Jerusalem, and he sent his messengers ahead of him, who went and entered the village of the Samaritans to make preparations for him. But the people did not receive him, because his face was set toward Jerusalem. And when his disciples, James and John, saw it, they said, "Lord, do you want us to tell fire to come down from heaven and consume them?" But he turned and rebuked them, and they went on to another village. That was from Luke 9:51 through 56. Set his face towards Jerusalem meant something very different for Jesus than what it did for the disciples. You can see the visions of greatness was dancing in their heads in that same Luke 9 in verse 46, where they were having an argument and arose among them about which one of them was going to be the greatest in the kingdom of heaven. Well, Jerusalem and glory, they were just around the corner, but what would it mean for Jesus when he took the throne to the disciples? But you see, they had one idea, but Jesus knew. See, Jesus had another vision in his head. And one wonders how he carried it all alone and for so long. Now, here's what Jerusalem meant for Jesus. I must go on my way today and tomorrow and the day following. For it cannot be that a prophet should perish away from Jerusalem. That's Luke 13:33 from the English Standard Version. Jerusalem meant one thing for Jesus: certain death. Nor was he under any kind of an illusion for like a quick and heroic death. You'll find in Luke 18, 31 through 33, it says, "See, we are going up to Jerusalem, and everything that is written about the Son of Man by the prophets will be accomplished. For he will be delivered over to the Gentiles and will be mocked and shamefully treated and spit upon. And after flogging him, they will kill him." See, when Jesus set his face to go to Jerusalem, he set his face to die. Remember, when you think of Jesus' resolution to die, that he had a nature just like you and me. Do we shrink back from pain? He shrunk back from pain. His Father, if it's your will, let this pass from me. As I was just thinking of this, he would have enjoyed marriage and children and grandchildren and a long life and esteem in the community, because he was human. He was all God, but he was all man too. So often we kind of put him on such a divine level that we don't understand, or it's hard for us to really wrap our head around the idea that he was human. He had a mother, he had brothers and sisters, he had special places in the mountains that he liked to go. And to turn his back on all of this and to set his face towards a vicious whipping and beating and spitting upon and mocking, and then the crucifixion, humanly, that was not an easy task. That was hard. We need to use our imagination to put ourselves back into his place and try to feel what he felt. I don't know any other way for us to begin to know how much he loved us. The Bible says, "Greater love has no man than this, that he laid down his life for his friends." Jesus laid down his life for his enemies like you and me. Father, bless your word. God bless. Still learning. How do you get this thing to stop now? I still got a way to go.